Today's market, being a seller's market, is on fire. And those poor buyers sometimes, they find more than one house that they fall in love with.
And the thing is, those buyers are saying to their realtor, what do I do? Because both houses are going to sell in a hot second in this current market. Mandy, I do believe Arizona Realtors has a form for that.
We do have a form for that, and that is called the multiple offer counteroffer form. And most realtors don't realize, but you have to make sure if the intention of your buyer is to only buy one property, that they're also disclosing to all sellers that they're making multiple offers. And this form begins and finalizes with the buyer.
That's right. So what it would look like is, in the residential purchase contract under Addenda Incorporated, you're going to incorporate the multiple offer counteroffer form, and it is submitted with your offer to the seller. Then what happens, Mandy?
Well, then the seller and the buyer, like usual, will negotiate back and forth. They can counter each other. But when the buyer decides which property they're going to move forward with, they're actually going to sign the second page under buyer's final acceptance. It's a lot like the seller's form that we've been using on a daily basis in today's market called the multiple counteroffer. Tell us more about that one, Susan.
So the multiple counteroffer happens because the seller receives so very many great offers, but the response that the seller needs to do might be different for each buyer who has submitted an offer for the property. And that's where the multiple counteroffer form comes in. It is originated by the seller and it is closed by the seller when the seller picks an offer that they want to move forward into escrow. And then, of course, everybody else who was issued a multiple counteroffer form is informed that they were not picked.
Right. And also keep in mind when you're thinking about these forms, because it can be very overwhelming. The language we use sometimes is extremely similar. The multiple offer counteroffer form is initiated and finally approved by the buyer. Therefore, only the buyer would use this to incorporate it on the contract. Where the multiple counteroffer form is initiated and finally approved by the seller. So make sure you understand the forms, when to use them, and always be moving forward in good faith with the correct intentions so you can protect and promote your client's best interest. Thank you for joining us. Bye.